Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's healing session. Today I want to dive into the divine feminine energy, and before you click off, this goes for both parties. Everyone has divine feminine energy as well as divine masculine energy, especially wounded divine energy, which is the one that we should be working on and improving, especially for our sake, but also to help out with people around us, how we interact with them, how we respond to them. And today we're gonna do the divine feminine energy. A couple videos, then in the future we're gonna do the divine masculine energy. There's so many different aspects to it, but I want to focus on 3 main intentions where I feel like everyone can relate to those and recognize those patterns within themselves. And then I'm gonna upload a part 2 on my Patreon and my YouTube membership. If you do notice that this is a topic that you struggle a little bit or just desire to work more deeper on it, I do offer one-on-one Reiki services. The link is down below where you can book your session. I also offer tarot readings for those that are more into a guidance aspect of their path. And I have also on my shop 2 products to help you out with your healing journey a little bit more individually. I have a guided meditation for healing the mind and the body, as well as a ebook with Shadowwork prompts where you can work your way through different topics as well. I'm gonna do a little bit of a small cleanse. To prepare you for your session. A citronella scent to start off. My main intention for the session today is to work on your wounded divine feminine energy, and then transmute that energy into a more empowered version of yourself, something that you can work with much easier in your day-to-day life. Point here is to help you feel like yourself again and not like you are kind of a stranger. The first thing I want to work on is probably one of the biggest from those 3 that I've chosen, which is manipulative, divine, wounded feminine energy tends to get manipulative, trying to control specific things, how the relationship goes, romantic or platonic, different outcomes in her life, different outcomes in their life. In a way, a little bit also like micromanaging. And I want to just focus here on kind of like lowering that guard. Most of the time, manipulation can come from a place of heartbreak, or at least that's one of the most common themes that it can happen. I just kind of like want you to let here down your guard, where you don't feel like you need to manipulate. It can also come manipulation. This just came to me right now, of wanting to be liked, pretending to be someone you're not just so you're likable. That's already like where the manipulation in a way starts, not being your authentic self. So let me lower your guard down here. But you don't feel like you need to go to those lengths to get what you want. I'm gonna focus here on lowering your guard internally, but also outside of yourself with your energy. Maybe you might have a little bit of a repellent energy where it just keeps people away from you, because it's signifying and giving out the message, don't come near me, don't approach me. Going on the outside. In a way, we're creating a safe space within yourself, but also outside of yourself. Oftentimes, a wounded divine energy can stem from our childhood, so I advise looking a little bit into that deeper after this session, so where you can figure out where does this stem from, when did it start, why did it start. Break up that wounded energy a little bit here, because not with the next one, but with the last intention and the wounded energy. We're gonna do some cord cutting, so this is gonna prepare you. Using this rose quartz for you to stop self-sacrificing. The wounded energy tends to put other people before themselves. because there's a lack of boundaries. And I want to focus here on your heart chakra, where this might be rooted, where you feel like in order to keep other people happy and content, you need to sacrifice yourself. Maybe depending on what happened in your childhood, that was actually the case, where you had to put other people's needs before your own, so now it's just become a habit for you. So we're gonna soothe that hurt energy there. Bring in some self-compassion for yourself, some love for yourself, and boost that. Make your heart space a little bit larger, taking up space. Taking that energy and spreading it all out. To every little nook and cranny in your body. Maybe at the beginning it's not gonna feel safe, where you put yourself first. Your body might fight it and argue with you about like, this feels foreign, I'm not used to this feels kind of icky. But just like everything else in life, it comes with practice. But in order for you to practice this, you must feel safe while doing it. Like, not that it's wrong for you to do it, or that as soon as you start practicing this, where you feel threatened in a way, so your nervous system can stay regulated and not be on high alert. Because even though your mind might know that it doesn't need to self-sacrifice anymore, emotions get stored in the body, and it takes a little bit longer for the body to get used to this. So we're gonna program a little bit for your body to catch up at the same time as your brain. Spreading it out again. I'm gonna do a little bit of a code cutting now. With this, we're gonna remove any needy and desperate energy that you might have. Also some sort of clinginess where you feel like you need to force yourself a little bit into people's lives, or maybe even in this little segment we can make it a match, or maybe like partner it up with a anxious attachment style, which can also come in the wounded divine feminine, where you feel like you need someone else to be able to survive. brushing that away. Then we're going to do a second round to deepen the effect before we move on to the more empowered version of the Divine Feminine energy. The first one is being empowered in general. I feel like that's really important. I'm going to use here a snow quartz. And I kind of like left this one a little bit open for every single one of you. Empowered means or has like a different significance, or for you there's different things that you want to empower within, so I kind of like leave it open for your decision and even deeper intention setting. So feel free to say here exactly what it is that you want to be more empowered within. And give this one to you to hold on for the rest of this session. Just hold it in the palm of your hand. I'm going to focus here on raising your energy so that you do feel more empowered, taking up space, more secure within yourself, and sure within what you do, so that you don't feel like a lost little lamp. Kind of like got that image in my head as a download because it fits perfectly in a way. No one knows exactly what we're doing in our lives. We're all figuring it out one day at a time, but when you have an energy like the wounded Divine Feminine, you may feel sometimes like really lost, and it does not help because of just going through our life. Now that you are more in your empowered self, you should feel like you have some clarity. Which direction do you want to go? What do you expect of yourself and your life to be like or represent in the future? The next intention is a strong open heart. I'm going to use this aventurine. Focus here again on your heart chakra. We're just going to make it stronger, more connected to your emotions. Make it easier for you also to express yourself, as well as stirring up any slumbering energy that has been laying kind of like dormant and not really being used to its full capacity. Taking that energy and moving it through your body. The open heart space can be really, really powerful. I just want to focus here on it enveloping you all around. Turn on the outside of your body with this aventurine and kind of like also infusing into your energy. A little bit of luck, as well as that luck combined with your energy from your heart space, to make it super easy for you to feel comfortable within your own energy and not like you're a stranger after this video. Sometimes when we're adapting to this new self, we might feel a little bit off in the beginning, but with this we're just gonna make it like a upgraded version of yourself, right? So that you don't feel like you're doing a huge change, just some slight adaptations. And the last intention is boundaries. Here I just want you to feel strong enough to even set boundaries. I'm just gonna be warming up your energy with a little bit of a fluffing, where you feel strong enough to say no or put yourself first. This is kind of like the counterpart of the self-sacrifice from the wounded energy. Like, you know it's your right to say no and set a boundary, but sometimes we kind of like gloss over it and think about the other person. How will they feel? But if you're so completely sure within yourself and that it's the right thing to do and that the other person is going to react really well, then it takes kind of like the scary part of it away. We are about to finish this session. I hope you enjoyed this and that you feel a little bit more like yourself. I'll see you guys in the next session. Until then, goodbye everyone.